Hi, Tom Cooper here again, and on this video we're going to go over how to use the blog area and how to make posts. And we're once again on Sarah Carter's page, our fictional character here. She just made a comment in the last video, and now she wants to start a blog and make a blog post. And Sarah's going to record her life story. Now, a lot of people use the blog for different purposes. Perhaps you're a professional. Maybe you're a financial advisor or a real estate agent and you want to put up advisories or new properties that have become listed. Or maybe you're just somebody with a hobby and you want to record what you're doing with your hobby and share information that way. In Sarah's case, she's going to use it to tell people about her life story and let her family and others know about her parents and grandparents and where they came from and the stories that have been passed down to her, so she can pass them down to her family and tell them things about her life that perhaps she's never shared. And it's a great way to archive that and make it available to your family and friends, and to even just record it, and then I'll show you later you can copy it, put it into a Word doc or something, and actually format it into a book. So it's a great thing to use for that, and that's what Sarah's going to do with it. So we're going to this navigation bar up here, and we're going to click on blog. Now what you'll notice when you get here is that I had a blog post I put up recently, and that shows up here. And what's going to happen as members put in new blog posts on their own personal blogs, it's actually going to show up here for all members to see, unless you designate that you want it private and only to be seen by certain members or certain groups. Then it is going to populate here and everybody will be able to read it. But that's a good thing, because if people see a post here and they're interested in it and they go to read it, you may make a new friend that otherwise would have never known about you. Anyway, so I'll show you how to then look at just your post or just the post that another person has written without having to see what everybody else is doing too. I'll show you that in a minute. But the way you start always is to come over here to blog, come to the plus sign and press it, because that brings up the menu for creating a new blog. So you're going to want to put in a title for that particular post. We'll call this one Sarah's first blog post. And you may want to change the font size here. It defaults to 10, a 10-point font. You may want to go 14 or 18 just to make it easier to read, not only while you're typing but for other people looking at it as well. Anyway, so Sarah's gonna put up her first post. I'm going to write my life story here. I hope you enjoy reading it. Sarah. Okay, and once you come down here, this excerpt, you can make these blog posts as long as you want them to be, and you can actually take an excerpt, which is kind of a descriptive, just a short descriptive of what's in the blog post. Take it there, copy it, paste it into here, or write your own. And so if people are searching and they start looking at certain tags, that will come up and they'll see what it's about. So here on the tags, what you're going to want to do, and I'll open it up, but tags are words and phrases that may make it easier to search for certain content in the network. And you want to separate tags with commas. So a tag here may be Sarah Carter, and you hit enter, and then the next one may be life story. Next one, you can put as many descriptors in there as you want to, just to make it easier for people to find when they go to search it. And if you want to know the URL of each post, this is it. This is this is where her first post is going to be. So now you're going to decide on each post, do I want everyone to see it, which is the entire internet, and that one I always suggest you don't do. Perhaps if you're a professional and you want to have other people find your work, you could do that. But as a rule, because we're looking for privacy and security, we really only want the network members to see what we're posting here. And if you want only selected members, people that are friends of yours or family, you can hit only selected members and you can put their names in right here. Or if you're a member of a group, a knitting group or a car restoration group or something, and you want people to see what you're writing about, you can put the group name in here. But right now we're just going to go for network members, and we're going to hit save and publish. And the next thing you know, voila, there is Sarah's new post, her first post. Okay, now, what some of you may have noticed while I was doing this is that I made a typographical error. And you want to edit that out, so you can come back up to this little pencil here and click on that, and it'll bring the post back up so that you can do any editing. Now, for instance, I just want to back that T out of there, and but if I wanted to add more to it or take things out, you can do that as well. So anyway, I corrected it. Now I'm going to come down here to the bottom and I'm going to choose update, and it updated, and now her post is there. So what you will find out, if we go back to my page, and you could go to my page or anybody else's page in the network and do this, but Sarah's post shows up here under blog post. And if you want to read just, her post, you can click on this and read the latest post. It'll take you to that post that she just created. And if you want to see everything that Sarah's been doing, you can hit all blog posts. And that will bring up all the posts that Sarah's written. Of course, she's only written one so far, but if there were more in here, 5, 10, 15, 100, they would show up here, and you could go through them and scroll down and choose to read whichever one you wanted to. And you notice the tags are down here, and this is your excerpt. Okay, so I'm going to write my life story, and you want to read more, you bring that up, and then it will show you the whole post. And again, there's no limit to how long that post can be. So anyway, I hope you'll jump in and get started. Don't be afraid of it. You can't break anything. It's real easy to use. You can go in and edit and correct anything if you make a mistake. Or let's say you don't like that post and you just want to get rid of it altogether. You can hit your edit pin and scroll to the bottom, and on the lower right you can say delete this post, and that will take that post right out of there, and you won't need to worry about it. Okay, so I hope that helped and it was easy enough and that you'll use it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care. Hi, real quick, a couple things that I meant to tell you and that I missed. If you want to archive these, well, as you notice that, again, when you go to Sarah's My Page, you can get to Sarah's blog post, and no matter how many there are. And if you wanted to create a book or use this post to do the writing, but then go back and archive this in a Word doc and format a book, all you have to do is come in here and you can copy and highlight that entire post, and you could go through every post that Sarah's made. And if Sarah wants to then take certain posts, maybe some posts are part of her life story and maybe other posts aren't, she could go through and highlight just those posts that she wanted to put into the book, and she could go over to a Word doc and put it in there, paste it in, and put it into a folder and save it. So that's the real easy way to use this as a way to write and archive your story, and then you can go back in and copy it and paste it into a Word document to create a book. So that's that. And I wanted to also point out this little heart sign here. This is a like. So it's like if you were on Facebook and you clicked it, it gives you a like. So if a lot of people have gone in and read Sarah's blog post and they're reading her life story and they're interested, and suddenly you've got a lot of likes there, it may inspire more people to come take a look at it. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know about those two extra little things that I kind of missed in the main body of this, and I hope that again you will use it, not be afraid of it, and have a great time with it. We'll talk to you soon.